The Oklahoma City Thunder just sent a message to the entirety of the NBA as they've dominated the Denver Nuggets in their season opener in Denver in the Mile High City as they won 102 to 87. And the Thunder weren't even playing to the best of their ability. I mean, it was kind of an off night shooting wise. Only made 8 3-pointers the entirety of the night. Shooting the ball, it just wasn't going in Thunder's favor. However, everything else was going to plan, or at least, how we usually do it. We played average everywhere else at the least, at the minimum. So thankfully, we were able to come away with a victory. But this just goes to show how dangerous this Thunder team is, along with guys taking leaps like Chet Holmgren, who put on an all-star performance last night, dropping 25 points and 4 blocks in the blowout victory. And I keep saying blowout. We only won by 15, but it was the fact that it felt like the Thunder just demoralized the entirety of the Denver Nuggets. And Nikola Jokic had something to say about his team after the game, which reminded me a ton of what we did to the Chicago Bulls last year when they had a players' meeting after one of the games, talking about what just happened when they got destroyed by Oklahoma City. So we're going to break down this last night's game, go into everything in detail, talk about what my personal, kind of takeaways were from that game. If I thought we played fine, if I thought we played good or bad, just going into all that. But before we get into that, though, I want to take a moment to recognize that the NBA season has now officially started. And if you don't want to miss a single minute of the action here regarding the Oklahoma City Thunder, looking for someone, to keep you up to date on every bit of news going on with the team, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. We got you covered here at Thunder Digest. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and get into the video on topic and talking about my reaction and my key takeaways to the game last night. And, just being frank here, we look really good, all right? There's a bunch of things that we could have done a whole lot better. Just being honest, shooting-wise, not a great night. But overall, in general, we look like a solid and complete team. We look really deep. Going into the box score from the game, right here, as you can see, Chet really stood out to me. 25 points, 4 blocks, plus minus plus 9, went 11-16 from the field. But he went 0 of 5 from 3. If he can figure out that three-point shot, if he can get that working again, no reason he can't be an all-star starter. If he keeps on having performances like this, all right, against Nikola Jokic, a lot of people think that is his kryptonite, considering how big Jokic is. He clearly dominated in this outing against him, along with 14 boards. Dub, he didn't play great, all right? 2 of 8 from 3, 5 of 16 from the field. Looked as though that ankle was still bothering him. He still put up 12 points and 3 assists and 3 boards, along with 2 blocks. It just seemed like that ankle was bothering him majority of the night. Shai with a clean 28 points, 8 assists, and 7 boards, along with 3 blocks and 2 steals. Right there, the stocks are crazy for the Thunder. Isaiah Joe, he didn't look great. I just think that's how he just doesn't ever really look great as a starter to me. He always looks best coming off the bench. And so I think if he came off the bench this game, might have been a better performance. Lou Dort, if he could find out, if he could figure out that shot, be really good. Defensively, he was all over the floor. 3 steals and a block there, hustling the entire time. Then you got guys like Ousmane Dieng, who got 13 minutes. I would have wanted to see him play more. He looked really impressive to me when he was out on the court. Looked like he really matured. He grew up a little bit and is playing comfortable out there. I would like to see more of Ousmane Dieng the next game against the Bulls. Against the Bulls, I'd like to see more Dieng. Alex Caruso didn't score a single point, and I can't wait for this one dude to come in the comment section and talk about it. He didn't score a single point last night. You really think it was great? He got 6 boards and 4 assists and a plus 19 without scoring a single time. The plus-minus statistics are really important because that shows you how many positive points they are generating when on the court, all right? Usually when Caruso is on the point, we're winning by 19 points. That's what that means. When he is on the court, he is, making sure we're at least ahead by 19 points. So, yes, it was a good trade because Josh Giddey, he might have been like +2 or +3 in this game. It's just, scoring-wise, he didn't even shoot all that much. 2 times he shot the ball. But I'll take the 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and he was all over the court defensively. Yes, he didn't have a steal or block, but he was all over the court, forcing turnovers, forcing balls to go out of bounds, knocking balls away, just being there constantly. All right, he looked really good. And you could tell the defensive presence changed as soon as he came in. Cason Wallace, he also looked nice, 23 minutes of play. Defensively is where he really stood out to me. Offensively, not all that much. Aaron Wiggins, he once again saved basketball. Hats off to Aaron Wiggins for saving basketball. But in general, it just wasn't a good shooting night for the Thunder. 8 of 36 from 3, 22%. All right, not great. 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Only getting on the line 12 times. I want this team going to align 20 times. 43 of 101 from the field, 42%. I wanted that to be at like 47, 48 realistically, as close to 50 as possible, just barely missing out on that. And so, as you can see, it was just an off night. But we still got 49 rebounds, so that's nice to see. 23 assists, while getting 9 steals, 13 blocks, and only having 12 turnovers. Now, looking at what we did to the Nuggets. Looking at what we did to the Denver Nuggets. All right, right here. Jamal Murray wasn't getting going. All right. 4 of 13 from the field. Michael Porter Jr., 5 of 17, 3 of 10 from 3. Like, we were limiting their second and third options, what we were doing. And that's kind of what we needed to do. I wanted to limit Nikola Jokic's playmaking a little bit more. He had 13 assists against us, which I don't really like, but 16 points, 6 13 from the field. I'll live with that, all right? Only letting Jokic shoot it 13 times. I'll live with that, all right? Christian Brown, he was really killing us, but once again, like I mentioned, we could live with that, and then their bench. We just kind of dominated their bench the entire time. And we kept them to shooting 35% from the field, 18% from behind the three-point line, okay? And even though they out-rebounded us, they had 57 boards, all right? We still dominated them because of how good we are defensively. We forced 15 turnovers, all right? And so it's just one of those things, looking at it and forcing them to shoot 18% from behind the three-point line. You win games like that. Just simple. You win games like that. And the entirety of the whole sports media world was kind of noticing that as well. Here's some key things I noticed, all right, when I was scrolling on Twitter. OKC really beat the Nuggets by 15 and held them to 87 points with all this. J-Dub shooting 5 of 16. Isaiah Joe shooting 3 of 10. Dort shooting 2 of 7. Hartenstein was out. He didn't play. J. Will was out. He didn't play. The Nuggets were completely healthy, and they were at home. We did all this with all this into consideration, all right? We just dog-walked, all right, the Denver Nuggets. That's what happened, all right? We just embarrassed them in their own home court. Some other things I noticed, Chet Holmgren looks part of an all-star. This was his entire stat line. 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. His playmaking actually looks really good. I really liked it. 4 blocks and 2 steals. Holmgren's star ascension will take the Thunder to a new stratosphere. I really like that quote, to a new stratosphere. That is great. Also, he had a great nickname that someone gave him last night, the long arm of the law. That is tough. That is aura right there. Anything else I noticed? This is what Nikola Jokic had to say after the game as well. All right, they had my man crashing out after this game. This is what he had to say. We are not a good shooting team except Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. All of us are kind of streaky, not streaky, but just average shooters. He called his teammates average. All right, that is insane. You beat a guy so bad on his own home turf that he had to say that his teammates were average. That is crazy to me. That is crazy. That's how good this team is. We have Nikola Jokic crashing out. And then the last thing that I saw that was interesting, Kendrick Perkins. Sorry, I live in Gotham. Fire and police alarms are going crazy right now because no one gets out of the way for them here. I don't think they're just going. I don't think they're just going just to the finals. I think they're going to win the world championship. Charles Barkley on OKC Thunder, but he wouldn't guarantee it. But Charles Barkley is high on the Thunder this year. Even when I was at the NBA on TNT Roadshow, he kept on talking about the Thunder like, oh, the Thunder are going to be really good. Watch out for the Thunder in the West. They're the clear and most complete team out in the Western Conference, so you need to watch out for them. If you're the Boston Celtics when you reach the finals, anyone else that's playing in the West, you need to watch out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He keeps on talking about it. And he said this at halftime, by the way, and it was still a relatively close game. I think we were only up by 9 at half. So him having the confidence to say that at halftime, that's impressive to see. All right? It just goes to show that the Thunder just put the whole league on notice and was like, we might be the best team in the league. Doing this to Denver. Now Boston, a good outing against New York. I will say that, all right, to start the season off. It was a really good game, really good outing by Boston. If this keeps up, all right, it might be a guarantee that it's going to be a Thunder Celtics finals, which would feed generations, I feel like. I feel like that'd be the best matchup we could see in the NBA Finals if that was the case. But that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys just personally thought about the Thunder's performance. I gave us like a C+, because there are a bunch of things that we could have done better. I feel like we should have won that game by 30+. All right? If we played to our, how we usually do, average, where we're 30% from 3, 45% from the field, we win that game by 30+. Just being honest. And so that's why I give us a C+. It's just there were some things that we didn't do, like we normally do. But let me know what you guys personally think in the comment section below about the performance, and I'll see you guys in the next video.